Alright, let's start at the rain barrel. This was Bonesaw's idea, and he put the gutters on there, and one might say slow drops collect in this rain barrel. Let's listen.
Every little drop, all the small drops, every little drop of rain.
Okay, right here we have the flower box that Bonesaw built, and Smell's girlfriend Jessica picked the flowers, and she's a bit of a flower whisperer. There was a pretty big screening process for these flowers. Do you like music? Check. The water fountain was my brainchild, my idea, Bonesaw's execution, kind of a classic paradigm in our relationship. For fan saws to stay hydrated at our backyard show. They're sitting there in the grass enjoying the music, and they can come over here and take a drink. Also, the cool thing about this water fountain is when you take a sip, music plays. Watch. You know, I like to say Slash really sets the tone in here. Guitar tone. Alright, this is Bonesaw's zone. So I think his idea was to sort of do a little bit of a full-service museum in his corner. So we got all these posters that we've made over the years. Rick Reagan, a fan from Houston, came down for a couple days. He made these. Juan Samuel from the Phillies, Tony Gwynn from the Padres, and Ricky Henderson from the A's. Bonesaw was always a big Ricky Henderson fan. Alright, here we got a Space Echo reverb. And it's a cool pedal. Several seashells that he collected by the seashore. On tour in Florida, the southeast region, right? Old tool chest that Bonesaw used to have when he was little. His nickname was Busy Timmy because he always did a lot of projects. These are the actual tools that we used to build this entire structure. Bonesaw got these stools. He was very excited about it. He got them for $2 at the Goodwill, and he just kept talking about it that day. Can you believe it? What a deal. $2. Man. Perfect for playing guitar. Bonesaw built this shelf, mostly for the PA head, but also for anything, really. A beer, for instance. He modeled this shelf after the desk in the control room, and I appreciate his attention to continuity. So here we are in my corner, and I like to have a fold-up tray table here for beers or dinner. I brought dinner down here the other night. Some really undercooked fish. It was disgusting. My shelves have a lot less than Bonesaw's, but they have some cool things. This old Phillies helmet was given to me by Trivia, who? Paul Hearn, from Vancouver, Washington. That's right. My mom got me this puzzle, I think from Germany, and you're supposed to try to get it in a rectangle, and I'm going to try to do it right now. Can't do it. Red vinyl, I Want to Go Home single. Sonia Brubaker from Chicago got this for me for my birthday. We framed it. It sort of looks like we've sold 500,000 records. Over here we got the circus poster from Circus Number 1. This was an effort spearheaded by Jason Foreman from Virginia. This keyboard down here was my and Bonesaw's older brother Tyler's keyboard when we were growing up, and I also used it a lot on Roaming Dragons. Got a pretty good collection starting lineup. Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan. Philadelphia Phillies, Michael Jack Schmidt. Green Bay Packers, not Brett Favre, some guy named Majorski. And over there by Smell, because he's the only Cowboys fan in the room, Herschel Walker! My older brother said that we could probably sell this for several $100s, and Bonesaw and I are considering doing it to buy Guns N' Roses reunion tour tickets. Thank you, Michael. Alright, we're over here in Smell Land right now, where he's got all his toys, his bongos, his shakers, his xylophones. He needs to do a little more decorating here in this negative space, but once he does, I think it'll be really cool. I do like his accoutrement hooks up here, where he has Turkish cymbals, a donkey call, 2 castanets, a slide whistle, and a triangle at his disposal. Here's the deal with the bookshelves. It's a place to store all our really smart and erudite books that we read in the band Full Service, and it also acts as a sound diffuser and helps with acoustics. Eve of the Emperor Penguin, Wolves of the Beyond, Temporary Insanity, Rage Goddess, Sing the Rage of Peleus' son Achilles, the Iliad, Homer. A lot of you guys have been asking if we found a bass player yet. No, but we do have a bass amp and a bass. It's kind of like setting out a romantic dinner and then waiting and waiting for your lover. Come on over. 2 cool things in this zone. The Circus 2 poster designed by Sean Tovson, who just surprised us with Sasquatch. They're visiting here in Austin the next couple days. The other thing I really like about this area is the remote control for the AC. I don't know how to use it yet, but I think it's really cool to have one in the room. And actually, during a lesson the other day I was giving to a drum student, they wanted the room cooler. I tried to do it, couldn't figure it out, put it back. Turns out I had turned it on in there, in the control room, 58 degrees. Came in hours later, and all the windows were fogged and everything was frosted. Is it appropriate to bring people into the bathroom?
Yeah.
Here's the bathroom. If you come to a backyard show, this is where you're gonna come and pee and wash your hands. Let's go to the control room. I painted this. I'm really proud of it. Let's go inside. The control room. We'll start at the desk here. This is the desk that Rick Reagan from Houston made. The cool thing about this, it's beautiful, but the really cool thing is that it doesn't have legs and it sort of looks like it's floating because all the supports are back in the dark. My dad gave us his old office chair that he had for 30 years. And there's something magic about this chair. I know a lot of chairs lean back, but this one's just like look at that. I'm thinking if we add some keys to the bridge, you think so? Yeah, okay. So, you see that swing? Our friend Dylan, who we play Ultimate Frisbee with, donated this sweet 16-channel board. And now we can record 16 tracks at a time instead of 2. The story of this excellent circus poster is this. Bonesaw and I went home to visit my parents a couple weeks ago, and they had found this up in the attic in a cracked frame, very Goonies-ish, and it's from 1974. And it used to be in our older brother's room. My parents thought that it would look great in the control room, and I think it does. Up here, obviously it says circus, written in Japanese. What I love about him is he's obviously very strong, but he's also flexible. I thought these flowers would be a nice touch. Bonesaw's not really into fake flowers, but I don't know, I thought it added something nice, and they smell great. Alright, come into the vocal booth. I'll do a little demo for you. Bonesaw permanently affixed a microphone stand. Listen to how dead it is in here. It's great. And it's adjustable for height, and it's always here, and I can plug it in and demo vocals anytime. I see you putting on picture on the sill. Looks a little like me. So, here's where we keep like a lot of cords and cameras and stuff, but there's a few things I do want to show you that are really interesting. This right here is something that Bonesaw's brother-in-law, Timmy Schmidt, got him for Christmas. It's a Wu-Tang vinyl clock. Bonesaw and I have our college diplomas, and we're wondering if it'd be really douchey if we put them up, like sort of in a doctor's office.
Is that thing real?
It's fucking real, man, I swear to God. Up here we got a skateboard deck given to us by Tony, a friend from Houston. And he works for he has a business called Kaylin Customs. You guys should check it out for signs and printing of t-shirts and whatnot. This is a bike garage that Bonesaw built with strips of bamboo, and it's also a pan flute. And here's where the bikes live. But Bonesaw's are not kept back here because his are too special. He keeps those at the front. Isn't that right?
Well, I also ride mine.
Touché. All right, let's go up and check out the treehouse portion, which is what we call the apartment up top. My welcome mat down here. Ooh, you almost bit it there, huh? My welcome mat down here. Look, come on, fucking follow my thing. A lot of people welcome people to their homes. I put it the other way because I welcome myself to the day when I leave the house. Is that selfish? I'll switch it. Let's start in the kitchenette area. Just got this stove. First one exploded. That's a longer story. Rick Reagan, again, that guy who built from Houston, who built the desk and the shelves downstairs. He built these open style cabinets. I don't have to waste time opening doors. This thing, this like Lazy Susan style knife rotator.
Those are not knives.
Yeah. Oh, these are like ladles and stuff, but these are knives. Want to see the biggest one in here? Jesus Christ. I did want to show, all the plates are pretty boring. Sorry, Mom. They're great, but aesthetically they're just plates. Not this one. This is an old McDonald's plate with chimpanzees playing with Ronald McDonald. Take that in. I
find it hard to believe that Hoag has nothing to talk about in the kitchen because it was kind of a tricky thing to put together. First of all, we got these cabinets from the Habitat for Humanity restore, but didn't have a countertop, and I didn't have money to spend on a countertop, so I got 2 pieces of 2x12s and a 2x4, and I figured out how to make a countertop. It required going into this one more 2x12 on this side. That was kind of tricky to make this all fit together and not be janky, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. I also want to point out this was one of my 2 sort of move-in gifts to Hoag. Was I made this backsplash, a 4-inch high piece of 1/2-inch plywood, and then I wrapped it. I tore up little pieces of all old full service posters and like ads from the Chronicle on the top.
I chose the color for the walls, by the way. I think it's Spring Sprig. It works really well with the sunlight and the color of the leaves. I have some pillows here that were made by Lifeline.
Tracy Betro.
Tracy Betro from Lifeline. Don't know. Rocket chips and Rastafari. Izzy ate a little bit. These are some great Beach Boys covers, Beach Boy album covers. I like the way I did it. I could have done it. I could. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I could have done it in a square, but that would be square. This is my record player, which my mom found at a church yard sale. It was gonna be just a regular closet, but I don't have that much stuff, so I thought, hey, scratch my head, did a measurement, realized that my piano or my keyboard would fit in here. Curious George kaleidoscope that my mom got me, not when I was 8, when I was 34. Holy shit, bro. Dude, good looking couple. One of my favorite pictures of all time of me, Smell, and Bonesaw, just crushing za. Really, really good pizza spot before the show in Idaho, McCall, Idaho. I'll never forget that pizza. My dad used to do like sort of puppetry type stuff to help me get to bed with this Curious George. And he voiced him and stuff, and it was sort of the first exposure to live puppetry that I ever had. And I like to think that I fulfilled my dad's all the stuff he was good at but didn't do because he was making a lot more money. He used to sing to us and do puppetry and stuff, so it's pretty much what I became. Momsaw's name is Mimi, and she got that with my grandfather when they were in Paris, maybe? Maybe I'm making that part up. San Francisco. The Muppet cast right there. It's important to have that. I put the fan above the AC unit because they both keep you cool. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. I like the box, like the wood box type frame thing. It's not even a frame, it's just all done on the box. A lot of people think my comforter is really ugly, but I also kind of think that. You know, there's one way I like to wake up in the morning. Wipe off my eyes, be greeted by this guy. Try to have a bad day when that's the first thing you see. Actually, I have plenty of bad days. That's where Izzy lives. He's got his little name tag there and a big house. I like this window a lot because those...
Apparently he lives right there.
Well, yeah.
If you're anybody but Hoag right now, you are wondering the same thing I'm wondering, which is Hoag's life real life? $100 bills, like a brainy book about Congress, and a quarter-eaten bag of kale chips, and and a lantern next to his bed so he wants to feel colonial, but wakes up intentionally looking at a gigantic flag of his puppet friend to make sure he has a good day every day.
Hey, yeah, let's do the closet. There's something cool from Evan Stern. Dude, don't fucking tilt it, please. I'm kidding. But seriously. What I really want to show you here is Evan Stern made these printouts for us, a beefcake sort of cover sheet. But this is the best. I don't know if you can see, it's 4 Vitales, and it says, Guns and Rodents, Appetite for a Possum. I didn't think I'd ever stop laughing when I saw that, but I did. But now whenever I see it, I laugh again. Thanks. I think that's a wrap. You got anything else you want to say? Okay. Peace. Thanks for watching.